Attitude reflects leadership. Julius Campbell. Greetings. My name is Joseph Yagar. Welcome to another Life in Perspective broadcast. My objective is to provide thought-provoking discussions so you can optimize your perspective on life. The time to vote is around the corner. For the first time since the Cold War, our way of life has its back against the wall and is hanging by a thread. I've never seen our country more divided and freedom more threatened. Our forefathers must be rolling in their grave as their souls are tortured at what they see. When and how this will end is an unsettling question I'm facing at this moment. How about you? Before I continue, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already done so by clicking the subscribe link below. It's free and would be much appreciated. You may also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. In the 2000 movie Remember the Titans, based on a true story, Denzel Washington plays a black head coach of a high school football team who took over from a revered white coach. The white players attempted to quit and their parents threatened to pull their kids off the team in a show of solidarity. The revered coach refused to accept it as a solution because it would damage their future prospects. He even relinquished his position, albeit not by choice, and took the position of assistant coach for the sake of his players' futures. The movie took us through a journey of struggle, history, and timeless lessons, and ended with a triumphant message that great divides may be bridged, that tolerance and understanding are within us all, and that fear is nothing more than false evidence appearing real. And all that was possible for the most important reason of all: leadership. When you look up various definitions of the word leader, you'll find quite a few variations. However, the most common denominator among various definitions is a powerful person who controls or influences. Shelf that thought for a moment. We'll come back to it. According to Forbes.com, true leaders know who they are and what they stand for. They know their values and the rules they will abide by regardless of the circumstances they face. They allow their people to understand the values they are committed to uphold, which lays a foundation for the rules their people will be expected to adhere to. True leaders both know and communicate their values openly with the people they lead, creating an atmosphere of certainty and trust. True leaders have integrity. Integrity is the very core of their influence. Living the values they profess to believe is what gives them credibility and allows others to place their trust in them. True leaders are able to say, "Do as I do," rather than just "do as I say," because they lead by example. So my question to you is, do you feel unequivocally that the choice for leadership we have in the upcoming elections meets that definition? In my view, a true leader is an independent thinker of unshakable character that transcends party lines. Its sole objective is to serve its constituents and improve the quality of life, be it economic, familial, safety, or health-wise, to protect its nation constitution and uphold its judicial system equally, with zero tolerance for injustice, to empower the citizens it governs to aspire to and pursue their dreams and have equal opportunity and resources within reach. However, I don't believe a leader should ever babysit, accommodate, or acquiesce to those who choose to do little or nothing with the opportunities available, tolerate a sense of entitlement, nor allow anyone, including their own government, to infringe on the safety and liberty of those who seize the day and thrive. A leader bows to no self-interest agenda, is not ruled by the whims of ego and approval polls, has an open mind, not afraid to speak or hear the truth, blames no one for his or her mistakes, and owns them. The people are not looking for a flawless leader. In fact, quite the opposite. They crave one who notices them and their plight and shows compassion, even when he or she doesn't understand firsthand their experience. Someone who will not only preach of bridging divides, but actually be relentlessly solution-focused to make it so while allowing no one to derail their process. And most importantly, build a team that is fiercely loyal, cannot be bought, and of unshakable resolve to carry out that mission. I am saddened to say that from my present vantage point, we are forced to choose the lesser of two evils rather than being torn to choose between inspiring leaders that make our choice so difficult that regardless of which way we vote, we will be right. Instead, we are seeing speech being censored, mainstream media misrepresenting the truth, corporate hypocrites pandering to extremists and instigating unrest, mayors allowing their cities to be ransacked and occupied by thugs, certain police chiefs throwing their officers under the bus, politicians sworn to protect the Constitution looking to dismantle it, and even a refugee rescued and brought to prominence by this country, preaching to tear down the system that gave her liberty and opportunity. I can say with certainty that those promoting this vile agenda will never have my support. Their lies and self-interest propaganda are more transparent than a jellyfish and exponentially more poisonous. That is not leadership. That is tyranny, pure and simple, and symbolizes everything our forefathers fought to prevent. If you think their justice is better, you're a fool. If you think corruption will be cleansed in the halls of government, you're delusional. Is kneeling and apologizing for who you are and what you have to a mob of domestic terrorists an example you want to follow? Is that a leadership you want to be controlled and influenced by? I would rather die free and forgotten than be remembered for selling out. I am blessed to still have an opportunity to be out and about every day and interact peacefully with people of every race and religion without any of us having to walk on eggshells. The incidents shown by media of random encounters gone wrong are far and few between, and goes to show that the overwhelming majority of Americans will not be swayed by propaganda and are grateful for the system we have, however imperfect. We want change that will move us closer to living united by the principles this country was founded on, and leadership that will be committed to uphold and protect the alienable rights guaranteed to us by the very Constitution it is sworn to protect, for which so many lives of every race, religion, and creed was sacrificed, and why countless people voluntarily dream to call home. So I implore you, no matter your political affiliation, race, religion, or nationality, remember the titans of leadership worldwide who changed their nation's history for the better through selfless leadership. Titans like Abraham Lincoln, Mahatma Gandhi, Winston Churchill, Martin Luther King Jr., Margaret Thatcher, Nelson Mandela, and Ronald Reagan, who, despite their imperfections, exemplified most, if not all, the leadership qualities mentioned, and by whose example we should strive to live. So come November, before you make that irreversible decision for the next 4 years, ask yourself, do I feel unequivocally that the leadership I'm about to vote for meets that definition? Please let me know what topics you would like my perspective on in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.